Hey there guys, it's Deviana Magenta back again with another Friday Night Folklore. Today's fairy tale is Rumpelstiltskin, which you have probably heard referenced but don't actually know the story. So this one is a really fun one, and I think you're gonna really like it. Okay, so once upon a time, there lived a miller man and his daughter. And the daughter was a spinster, so she would, spin straw, or not straw, she would spin, cloth from like wool and stuff like that. Like this, she would spin cloth. And the man was a braggart and also the town drunk. So he would go about town bragging about his daughter. She's the best spinster in the whole wide world, and she's such a good spinster that she can turn straw into gold. Now, the king heard these rumors about the girl being able to spin straw into gold, and although the town knew that this guy was just the town braggart and the town drunk, and not to believe him, the king didn't know all that, so he took this, literally. He thought that the girl could actually spin actual straw into gold. So he took the girl and he said, "All right, I have this huge room full of straw and the finest spindle wheel you have ever seen in your life, and you are gonna turn all of this straw into gold or else your life is forfeit." And the girl is like, what? But I can't. And he's like, nope, you're gonna turn all this straw into gold for me. I know about the rumors, like your father has told, the whole town knows, you know how to spin straw into gold. You're not gonna keep this gold from me. And the girl's like, and so the king leaves, and the girl's just sitting there crying because she doesn't know how to spin straw into gold. She just knows how to, make textiles from wool. And she's, freaking out, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? When a little old man appears out of nowhere, a little tiny short man. And the girl is like, "Who are you?" And he goes, "I'm just a friend. And I can help your predicament. I know how to spin straw into gold. If I spin all this straw into gold, what will you give me in return?" And the girl goes, "Well, I don't really have anything on me, just this necklace." And so she takes her necklace and she gives it to the little man, and he goes, "Perfect." And he sits down at the spindle wheel and turns all that straw into gold. And the next morning, when the king comes in, he sees all of this gold cloth everywhere, and he goes, "Yes, you turned all of the straw into gold. This is perfect. Here, I'm going to get you an even bigger room with even more straw, and you're going to turn all that into gold." And the girl is sitting there, freaking out, "Oh my god, why did I do that? Now he thinks I actually do know how to turn straw into gold. This is horrible. What am I going to do?" When that same man appears before, and he's like, "It seems you're still in the same predicament. What will you give me this time?" And the girl is like, "Shoot, I don't have anything. This ring from my finger." And she gives it to the little man, and he goes, "Perfect." And then he sits down at that spindle wheel and starts feeding the straw into it and spinning it into gold. And when the king gets there the next morning, he finds this whole room full of gold cloth, and he goes, "You're amazing. This is the best thing ever. I'm going to get you an even bigger room filled with even more gold." And the girl is like, "Oh no." But she can't just say, "Oh, I've been paying a little old man to spin straw into gold this whole time," because the king would obviously freak out. So the next night, the girl is sitting there and she's just, "Oh no." And the king goes, "Yeah, so see all of this straw in here, you're gonna turn it all into gold again, and the next morning, if all this straw is gold, I will make you my queen." And the girl goes, "Great, thanks." And so the king goes away, and the girl is sitting there like, "Oh no, I dug myself a really deep hole this time," when that same little old man appears, and he goes, "So, you're still in the same predicament, huh? Well, I know how to spin straw into gold." And she goes, "Yes, I know you know. You've done it for me before." And he goes, "Cool, what will you give me this time?" And she goes, and she's trying to figure out what she can give him, but she doesn't have anything of worth on herself. So the little man goes, "All right, that's okay. You can just pay me back later. How's this? When you are queen and you have your first child, you're gonna give me the child." And the girl is like, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, you're gonna give me your firstborn child, and I'll spin all this straw into gold." And the girl is in such a predicament that she can't help but agree. She has no other option. So she goes, "Yeah, okay, all right." And the guy goes, perfect. And he sits down at the spindle wheel and he spins all the straw into gold. Now, the girl is like freaking out, but the next morning when the king comes in, he sees all the gold cloth and he goes, yes, you shall be my queen. And the two get married, and it turns out that he's actually a pretty good guy, and the two get along quite nicely, and they fall in love, and soon enough, the girl is expecting a child. And when the child is born, Rumpelstiltskin, the little man, she doesn't know his name, appears to her and he goes, all right, it's time for me to collect on that payment. And the girl goes, no, please don't take my baby from me. And he goes, all right, I'll give you 3 days. I really like games, so how about this? If you can figure out what my name is by the time those 3 days are up, then you get to keep the child and you win. But if you lose, I get the child and the next one. And the girl goes, yeah, okay. So she sends messengers out to all the land because she's the queen now. She's got messengers to try to spy and figure out all the names that they can. And so when they come back, she's got all these names from her messengers. And the next day when Rumpelstiltskin shows up, she's like reading off this long list of names like Tom, Bob, Larry, and the little man is going, nope, none of those are my name. And so she's like, dang it, and he leaves. And the next day when he comes back, she's got an even longer list of names, and she's like, Jehoshaphat, Leroy, Bob Bobbins, all these funny, ridiculous names that you never heard of. And the little man's like, no, none of those are my name. And on the very last day, a messenger comes in, and he says to his queen, my queen, I think I have it. While I was out spying through the land, I was in the woods, and I found this little old hut with a man inside, and I heard him singing to himself, and he was singing, today I will cook and tomorrow I will bake. The queen will never win this game, for Rumpelstiltskin is my name. And the queen is like, yes! And she pays the messenger handsomely and gives him a high station because he's really saved her bacon. So Rumpelstiltskin appears on the 3rd day, and he's looking real smug because he thinks he's won. He's like, there's no way. And so the queen is like reading off from her list of names. She's like, Jacob, Isaiah. And he's like, no. And then she's like, Rumpelstiltskin. And he goes, what? How did you find that out? You must be cheating. And he gets all red in the face, and he's so mad that he stomps his foot so hard that he disappears into a cloud of smoke and is never seen again. And the girl lived happily ever after. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Go ahead and hit that little like button. Maybe subscribe and hit that little bell button. Have a good day.